Today, I will be sending your Oshi to war. In my metaphorical grubby little hands, I have 100 Vtubers that have been hand-picked, hand-drafted by their own viewers, so you can't get mad at me. You can't get mad at me for any of this. I'm just a little guy. It's my birthday, and it's my birthday. I'm a birthday good boy. You can't get mad. This is your battlefield, and this is your enemy. Evil-ass dragon. Fuck if I know. Today, the Vtubers will be fighting to see if they can kill this guy. But we're not brainless Neanderthals just swinging swords out in the open anymore now, are we? No, we are a militia with strategy, with formation. All this sort of stuff is gonna come together. And you, yes you, because I'm not taking responsibility for this, you're the commander. This is your fault. My 300 hours of Fire Emblem will come into play, and this is how I'm making use of that. First up, we got the front lines. Now, you can't commit vehicular Manburger helper on the battlefield without some heavy motherfucking hitters. The front lines, these are the guys closest to the dragon. These are the people that are like gods, deities, weird fucking animal creatures, or just like batshit insane anime protagonists. They got a lot of power, we're gonna use that shit, okay? Bonzoin Haka, he's an exorcist. He's got like an evil guy inside of him. He's literally Kaido from Psyche K. Yeah, he's going on the front lines for that. Brock. Now, I'm a little concerned about animal cruelty here. I believe he is a mafia boss. So, really what we're getting into is unethical work practices because you're making your employees fight for you. However, if there's one thing I do love, it is unethical practices of any kind. Rikami. God of reality, so I mean, like, he's a god, so I feel like that sort of goes there anyways, because if you're a god, it seems a little OP. So we'll say you're the god of putting LSD effects onto the dragon. How well they affect a dragon, I'm not sure. We're gonna have to figure that one out, but that's my little handicap for him. Astelita. Now, Astel has like a whole bunch of lore. He's got a lot of stuff, but to like boil it down to what we could hit this guy with, a train. That's the answer, a train.
This is called what? This is called what? And what is this?
Basil the wolf. He's a lichen. He's a werewolf. So I mean that's like a lot of strength. That's like a lot of stuff you got going on there. If we don't got any vampires, do we not have any vampires in here? You didn't pick any vampires, you fucker. Aqua. Android. I've played Nier Automata. I can see what those guys do. You're going on the front lines, buddy. Jaws. We got another gator in our midst. Now, animal cruelty is high on the rise here, but like, you know, gators, they've got like a crazy bite to them. You know, if you go for a limb here, we get the crocodiles together. There's a few crocodiles in here. I think we can really go somewhere with that. Crimson Ruse, he's got like 6 guys living in his axe. What's the deal with that? You got something you want to tell us, Ruse? I'm not judging Pride Month, but like, do they pay rent? Because we're not paying you for this, so... Got Aya Amare, our first woman on the front lines. She's like a holy maiden, angel, knight. I don't know too much about Aya, but the power of Yuri saves all, so she belongs here. I might have her lead the charge, honestly. Axel Sirios, gladiator, doctor, hitman, assassin, he's everything at once. Don't ask that man where he got his doctorate. It's probably the same place they licensed Dr. Pibb, so I don't trust it, but he's a gladiator, so he's got experience. And honestly, I just hope to watch him explode. Claude Clawmark, Mr. Clark. I think he's like a hero. I don't know much about Claude, but he's got like the big... Amelie / Miss Monarch. You know, it hurts to see a woman who basically raised me go to war, but I know you'll do me proud. I know you will. That Fire Emblem cover changed my life, girl. Sithis Fet, he's just an Egyptian god, so easy fucking dubs. But what's his handicap gonna be? He can't move his left leg. Zack Shadows, the Void. He's just the Void. He can just do anything. I think he's a god. He might be like just a deity. But he's going up there anyways because how the fuck do you fight the Void? You just like throw shit in there and hope it hits something? It's not tangible, bro. It's not tangible. Ashkario, last name. Fallen angel. Tried to become god. So that's gotta take like some power or at least some fucking balls, and that's the kind of shit we need on the front lines in the middle of this war. I don't want to see you log in to no Call of Duty or nothing. Get the fuck on the battlefield, bro. I don't even know if he plays Call of Duty. That just came to my brain. Ah! Kishido Tenma. Don't ask me how I'm doing. I'm not doing good at all. Knight. He's got an evil dark side. But, like, I guess we could, like, pair him up with Aya. She's somewhere in this midst. So we got, like, 2 knights in there. So we're kind of, like, making a holy situation. Next, we just need a paladin. And we'd be good to go. Why are there no paladin VTubers? Is there a paladin VTuber and I'm just missing the fuck out? You holding back on me? Sayu, my favorite voice actor. I share a birthday with this guy and I will never let anyone forget it. Cyborg, android, whatever he is. He was Yuri in Fire Emblem 3 Houses. He's gotta make up for that. Gerard T. Rexford. This guy is a dinosaur prince, bounty hunter for sure. So, you know, he's got like dinosaur strength. We could probably like put him with the crocodiles. Another dinosaur. This is before the asteroid hit. We got Rizar, Blazing Fang. Once again, front lines, big dino boy. He's strong like that. One punch could probably put me through a fucking wall. Kageyama Shin, soon to be rest in peace. Once again, we're getting into the issue of like a mafia boss, like they're sending their employees out to do the dirty work, but like I guess if you handed them a gun, they could probably just do it themselves. So, once again, he's like an animal hybrid thing. He's like a jackal, so he gets like that extra little boost that I wouldn't feel bad putting on the front lines. So he goes up there as well. Cliffoth, he's a Mothman. They're putting money in the Mothman ass crack. He's a cryptid. I think that's pretty powerful. You know, if you can terrorize a small town in West Virginia, I think you can at least go shit on the dragon's head. Regis Altair, hero of slime, hero of Elysium, not the demon lord. Depends on who you ask. Yeah. Good luck with that. Kaidyu, crocodile. Once again, we got another crocodile on the field. That bite force is crazy. She's like 6'11". Iron Mouse. Now you might be saying to me, that sounds a little unfair. She's Satan, and I say yeah. Yeah, so she has like 600 bells on her. We currently are holding Booby hostage. He is dangling above a boiling pot of acid right now, and if she unleashes even a tenth of her power, he's soup. So she's a little limited right now. She's just doing it for the love of the game. Next up, we got the second line of defense against the burning bitch back there. This is for people who are like combatants that are human or otherwise have some sort of power that would like benefit, but it's probably best if they're like kind of like hiding behind someone, you know what I mean? Like they have like more circumstantial sort of vibes. Umbral, Komodo dragon, but I feel too mean to just like put him in the direct line of fire. So he can like hide behind Rizar or something, because like Rizar, he's pretty big, he can be a good shield. So I think that's a good combo. Gavis Bettel, Gungus Bungus, my own Oshi. He's got a longer ranged weapon, so I think he's best suited for back here. And also, he'd slip on a banana peel and he'd get in everyone's way. We just need to put him on a leash back here for a while. Shoto, Guild Hunter, Demon... What? Guild Leader, Demon Hunter, but he's still human at the end of the day, so he probably should go here. Utsugi Uyu, Phantom Thief. So he's got like the stealth, he's got the speed, but he probably doesn't have like the raw power to really do much damage to a big ass dragon. So he's like here, he's serving cunt before he's serving this army, you know what I mean? Casper Catacini, secret agent, kind of in the same vein as Uyu here. He's better for like espionage. I don't really know how he ended up on the main battlefield, but like we're not gonna like really deny him. Would you? It's cruel. Envy is also a guild leader. However, he is a sheep. So I feel like putting him in the front with like the carnivorous animal creatures would be kind of mean. I've watched Zootopia, I've watched Beastars, I know how this shit goes, and I don't care what you do in your tent when you're off the clock, just not on my battlefield. Doki Bird, another bounty hunter, however, kind of similar to Envy, she's a bird. So I feel like, is she a bird? Fuck. So I feel like she'd be better suited for like, kind of aiming from behind someone. She can like use Gerard as a shield. I think everyone can use Gerard as a shield actually. We're in Lockhart. I just want to see this man get his ass kicked. Can you blame me? Human, once again, he's a prisoner. So he probably has, you know, so he probably has like the 1-2 down. He probably could like swing those handcuffs around and like really hurt someone. But he's still human at the end of the day, so probably right there. GG. She is a part of Justice, so she does get a bit of a boost. She's like fantasy cop. I don't really know. I'm pretty sure she's human. Otherwise, I'm gonna identify her as a hamster. So either way, she's going here regardless. The Chaser. Gil Ryu. He's like a ringleader of a Thorkith, and he can like collect Vtubers. So basically, Vtuber Pokemon. And depending on who you summon, that's pretty good, though. Most of the good ones are here, but I will make an exception. You can summon Tehungi twice. At least one of them has to be used for battle. So your best is like a summoner from back here, but well, maybe I should have put him somewhere else, but he's fine there. We had to get a bit lower with it. Mila Montgomery's survival horror protagonist heroine, but at the end of the day, she's still human. She got a big old axe. Big old axe. But she has like RNG on her side. Survival horror RNG, so she's got plot armor. She's good. Rin Penrose, former prince. I unfortunately was doing this before her new lore came out, so I just didn't really look into that, and I'm sorry, so I'm going off of the 1.0. She's a prince, they're a prince, so I'm assuming he probably knows something related to swords. So, Kalen Strafe, dog cop. I don't want to see this guy get put down, so he's going in round 2. He's going in the second guy. He's going in the second one. Because I don't want to see a police dog end his service a little too early. Giwi's like a parasitic worm. I watched her play myhouse.wad. Pretty good. I'm kind of going on a limb here and say maybe she can like control her worms, and so she can do what like people wanted Ant-Man to do with Thanos and like slither up their ass and expand, but like she will slither up their ass and like control any of like the little mobs on the battlefield or the dragon itself. I'm not picky, so she can do whatever she wants. Or she can just sit there and look cool as fuck. She can aura farm. I don't care. Apollo Bugman. Washed up sun deity. He would have gone in the front, but my goat is washed, so he might. Listen, Apollo, I'm sorry, alright, dude? What do you want from me? I already gave you my taxes. Renata Norcross. Once again, this is kind of the similar situation as Rin Penrose. Runaway Noble. I'm assuming there's a bit of swordplay action going on in there. So, you know, got a fencer on the team. Shiki Katagami. Realistically, he wouldn't go anywhere without Apollo or Battle, and they're both in the second row. So I'm really metagaming here. And he can like cast magic, so maybe a bit further away is probably good. So he's going here. He's at home. He's at home. Hako's Bay. Bales? I hope I pronounced that right. Miss Rat. She's the embodiment of chaos, which that sounds pretty good to me. However, in a battle like this, I think some frontline action is a little dicey. Because, I mean, you can't predict chaos, so I feel like she's a little further away with Mr. Super High School level luck right there. Randon, an orc. To be honest, I just don't know much about orcs. I don't really know much about their muscle. I think they're really strong, but also I just don't think he's just a guy who would be on the front line, so I'm just cutting him some slack right there. Starts with an O, ends with an O. Octavio. He is strong, he's very strong. However, I just don't think his power would be that... I don't think it would be of as much use up here than it would be down here. Like, I feel like he needs a shield, and I feel like Ruse would be a perfect shield, so he goes down there for now. Leo dropped Scythe, he scares me. I saw him punch a car during his debut, but at the end of the day, he's still human, so no matter how much super strength he's got, he's still going down there. Next up, we're getting into the support range. Long range, specifically. These are people who are, you know, snipers, archers, magic users, people that benefit from being farther away. So they're going to be stationed up here in the corner. So I need to move. They're going to be stationed right over here. K9 Kuro, he's like a pirate now, so he's got like a ship. If you want, you can believe Gale Galleon's up there too. And all the other pirates we got. But he's like firing his cannons from over there. Imagine there's like a lake. Malim Sendari, he's a genie, but that's not really the important part. He can use fire magic. So he's going there. He's a mage, basically. Kohaku Homa. Once again, that's pretty similar to what Malim's got going on. He's just an ice mage now. So, you know, you get them together and you get Todoroki. Oh, I haven't referenced that shit in a long time. Oh my god. Josuiji Shinri. Sadly, nothing is haunted over here, so I don't think he'll be too pleased. However, he is an archer. El God Buleta. Sniper. So, pretty self-explanatory. He's going to be stationed, like, right across, and the minute the hostage negotiations go well, blow the brains straight out. And then, of course, we have Machina X Flayon and the Artress up here. I imagine this thing is stationed, like, pretty far away. But he is in there and he's watching. He's got his fucking laser cannons ready to go, baby. But we got all these guys. We got all the attacks. If we have offense, we don't need defense. Okay, but what if we don't need defense, but we do need support? You do need to heal. I've played enough Overwatch, so support. They're stationed farther away. They're stationed farther away. Imagine that's farther. I don't have enough room. What do you want from me? Support can kind of be anything. This can be like buffing people, healing. It can be like just assistance in general. So for like Amelia Watson, she's a time traveler. So I don't imagine she can do much attack wise, but she could probably go back in time and be like, hey dude, you're gonna step on a slug if you walk to the left a little bit, so just don't do that. So I think she's pretty good support. Shiori Novella. I'm kind of conflicted with Shiori because I've heard some things that she's like the most powerful in Advent, but she also is more of like a chronicler of events. So I think she would just be pretty good with support wise. I imagine she's stationed up in the Artress and she's not allowed inside because the moment she would just kill Flayon, and then we're out with Flayon, and we need that guy. Nimi Nightmare, she's a nurse, that's pretty self-explanatory. She's wearing the Red Cross, she's not committing a war crime by doing it. This is the one case in which you can do that, and maybe she can like put the enemy to sleep. She's a Baku. So I'd assume, I think that would work out. Elias Delborn, he's cooking up the arsenic. He's making chemical war weapons right down there. We have a scientist in our midst, and he will be conducting human experiments. William Otto Wisps. This is also he's also a scientist. He will be making the mustard gas. I'm giving them 2 separate tasks because once we start mixing the chemicals, we get mustard gas. You ever tried to put like 6 different kinds of bleach in a toilet to clean it all at once? You just like pour it in there and you start mixing it in. It just makes mustard gas. I see people on TikTok do that all the time. They're literally just gassing themselves in their own bathrooms. Don't even ask, this one hurts. Miyabi, he's... What? Here. In my heart and soul, that's the god of flowers right there. I imagine he makes like a little patch wherever he goes and it like heals people. And he's dead now, so no one can dispute that, so cut me some fucking slack. Scarla Yonaguni, she's an enchantress, so I imagine she'd be pretty good at both offense and defense, so I think that just puts her in support tier. I think that's a good choice. Naita Umbridge. He's got, like an alien spaceship, because he's an alien. And I imagine that you can use that kind of like, Futaba from Persona 5. So he's like the navigator of everything. He's like buffing people, and he's like, hey, shadow at 3 o'clock. So, Boo the Rat, also another potion maker here. So she's going right here with Elias and William. She can just kind of make whatever she wants. I'm not here to tell a woman what to do. And you may be looking at this now and saying, well, we're done. We have a front line, we have a second line assault, we have, you know, long range snipers, we have even healers and supports and buffs and all of this. Well, what else could there be? This isn't 100 VTubers. You said you had 100 VTubers, and I say, why are you interrupting me? What's your problem? Because the next tier we have is fuck if I know. Fuck if I know. What they don't seem to tell you when you're categorizing VTubers into a war machine is that some of them are just really fucking confusing. Some of them you just can't put in a box. Some of them you just have to get real creative with. So I have the tier of fuck if I know. We have Yuino. A bunny that's like an eldritch deity that's having like tea in their head. What? We have a secret agent going on here, much like Casper here. However, her one issue is there's also time travel shenanigans involved, so then it's like, well, is she support? Is she attack? Fuck if I know. Lakshi. I can't make a koi fish. She can't fight a dragon. Why is she, who drafted her? You have some explaining to do, because now Nanashi Mume, once again we have a little embodiment of a concept. This one's, she's civilization, so she's been in war, she's seen war. I think we should just hand her a gun and pretty much just see what she does. She can be left up to her own devices. Pelican Ku, soul ferrying, self-obsessed yaoi. He's just too busy flirting with Xander to really do anything. So I'm just putting him in containment where I can watch him. Michi Mochivi. She's stitched together of multiple people, but I don't know if any of them really can come up with the concept of fighting. So really, I'm just handing her a gun as well and saying, we fucking ball. Emsbury. She is going in the unique tier in the fuck if I know called Human Shield. She will get loud. We will just like send her a drone with a picture of Amy on it, and she'll just get like loud enough that she'll cast aggression onto the dragon, and the dragon will just like go after her. So no matter where you are, like the dragon will just not be looking at you, it'll be looking at him. So this is like for the benefit of everyone. Porcelain Maid, bisexual wet dream, but not so much on the battlefield. He's just kind of a doll, literally. So Human Shield, I'd say, as long as you keep the head intact, you really should be good. So, you know, just like keep rolling him around and he can like just like jump in front of people. Lambriel. Lambriel has a special power I like to call horse. What that entails? I don't share secrets. Griff Tech, we got a zombie on our hands. You know what that means? Meat shield. We got a meat shield on our hands. Another one, a second one. Actually, that's the first one because the second one is right here. That's right. It's your boy Roscoe. Meat shield. I mean, what else do you want me to do with the zombies? Go into battle? No! Dude, you're jumping in front of one of the other guys. Get fucking real with it. Xander Netherbrand. I mean, like, what do you do with an incubus on the battlefield? Like, this is not the place for that, bro. We got a time and a place, and that is not now. So just go have fun. Just maybe like you can like use the power of horny and like power someone up. I think that's what they do to Lohan and Genshin. So I'll let you figure that out. Next we have Xochipilli, he's Xochipilli, who is the Aztec god of things like flowers and dancing and youth and homosexuality, which is why we have Applebees. It seems your feeble mind couldn't just comprehend what I'm talking about for 5 seconds. Applebees. It's integral. It's integral to all of this. Because what do you need most in war? Morale. And where else are you going to find that? With food, with comrades, with drinks and revelry. That's why you need Applebees guarded by the god of gay. And of course, you need people to man the Applebees. So, what do? You put a bartender in it. Joker, you put a bartender in it. But my friend, one bartender is not enough. You need more. Roy Kiato. Tiger Chama. They're manning the bar, and they're doing that shit well. I mean, it's a war. You know, you need your supplies. You need your liquids, so we have a cow. Domino Muro. Good luck to you in there, Buster. And of course you need food to go along with the Applebee's, so that's why we got Tehungi, fast food VTuber. He's manning the grill back there. I've never seen a guy work the grill before. Minhua be damned, my boy can work a grill. And then we got Omi, Mr. Exploding a fucking egg all over my kitchen. I trust him with my life. He could give me salmonella and I'd still be like, I signed up for this. But you know, the food, drink, revelry, it's not enough. You need something else. You need jovialness. You need revelry. You need the beauty of music, which is why we are erecting a Woodstock festival on the battleground. And we have a lot of headliners. Yusan, who I personally will dive in the way of absolutely any bullet. I'll do it. Otoharu Ryo, he's a shrimp, so he better sing for his fucking life, otherwise he's going to Applebee's, and it's not. Calix Debonair, he is working a double shift at both the Applebee's and the Woodstock as a bouncer, and during the night he goes and he performs at the Woodstock. He's got bills to pay. Nico Boros. Snang. I'm running out of tape here, man. We got Mint Phantom, we got Narissa Ravencroft, Phoebe, Odinose Kanade. They're all going to Woodstock, baby. They're all going to Woodstock and they're all gonna play that shit. They're all going to Woodstock. We got more. We got Minase Rio and Ichijo Ririka. I forgot one. Cactus Key. She's in the middle here somewhere, but she's like raiding Ato Yaoi down there. We don't need to acknowledge that. And now we're done. Isn't that grand? It's all happy now. Now you have the power to make anything happen. You have offense, you have defense. Now you can get through the war without anyone dying. Well, that's where you're wrong, because now you're fighting Ado Outsuki.
Love and peace!
And he's not as cute in this plush form. He has absorbed this dragon. He's absorbed this dragon. All the members of the SDU. He's got hemo anima on steroids. He is juiced. You're fucked. You are absolutely fucked. And now half of your army, while you were listening to me ramble, is dead. They're dead. While you were thinking of happy thoughts of revelry and joy, while you were sitting here being like, everyone's going to live and everyone's happy, Ito killed half of them. Because he's a fucking monster. He's a fucking monster. And this is war and there are no heroes in war. Dead. All of them. They're all dead. But the thing you have yet to consider, that I can tell you right here and right now, is that all these guys have special abilities that I was withholding from you until this very moment. And you may be asking me, you may come up to me, slither up to me on your hands and your knees and you're groveling and saying, well, why would you hold such information from me? Why now in my time of need do you ask me this? Why did you not bestow this knowledge upon me when I could save them from their most unfortunate fate? And to that I say, because I can. Because I can do what I want. You seem to forget, this is my video. You may think yourself the scheming eunuch behind the curtains talking to the emperor, whispering things in the ear, thinking you control the country from the outside, but you forget, I'm the one sitting in the dragon's throne. I am the sole purpose, the sole person who has the mandate of heaven. I decide. I fucking decide. You think the Grim Reaper, you think the Death People are all on the floor for decoration? No, they're insurance, gangsta. And now, they will make them rise again. Now, let us take a moment to remember the fallen. Roy Keato has slipped on leftover milk and fell ostrich style into the floor. Faye has died via comedically sized Ravencroft has fallen into a Mike Pungy pit. She's not dead, but the feedback is gonna hurt. Renata Norcross has thought she has found the has been spread through space and time. However, it was actually the garden gnome elixir. She is now a garden gnome. Hopefully someone can reverse that, because I can't. Apollo has tried to abscond with multiple things of diamond, platinum, gold, and silver, and the weight has died via trophy hunting. Shiki Katagami is reportedly pickpocketing him right now. Xochi, Lamb, and Jaws have reportedly all been killed in a freak plane accident while attempting to protect Taehungi. The plane was somehow piloted by Gilryu. Shiki Katagami has been struck down by Lyron Lockhart for stealing Apollo's wallet. Miyabi and Tenma Lockhart is now the owner. They're totally fine, they're just gone now. It seems Shiori has broken to the Artress and absolutely murked Fleon's virgin ass. I mean, tore him to ribbons. Absolutely mangled him. Ironically fell from a tree. Xander has seemingly contracted ye old harlot's disease. It's gonna take a few minutes for this because he refuses to call it what it is, the common cold. Michi and Kuro have managed to shoot each other somehow, but not with their own guns, and Kuro apparently has a cannonball hole size. Gigi Murren has spontaneously combusted. Your guess is as good as mine. William and Elias have both managed to dissolve their top half and bottom half respectively. Together they will make a Mila new Montgomery has been taken to Silent Hill. Hatsune Miku has appeared at the bar and sends Yilden Joka into cardiac arrest. Bettel has slipped on a banana peel and died. Bryn went to laugh at him and slipped on the same peel. Lambriel has been revived and turned into a horse. Griftech got whacked with a comedically long Ethernet cable. Giwi has entered the 5.5-minute hallway. Now, unfortunately, I could not read to you the deaths of all of your men under your care, under your watch. However, I thought I would give you the highlights instead, so you truly know the horrors of war. With the use of special abilities, I can make anything happen. Through the use of Hemoanima, anything is possible. And now, I present to you Mori Calliope, Pelican Coup, Amelia Watson, 2 death-related guys, and we got a time traveler. You know what that means? Necromancy. They use their powers and they revive your team from the dead. And now they're back. And now they're back and better than ever. And now I can tell you how they're all grouped. Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to lists. And I do love me some lists. Gavis Bettel and Rin Penrose, they have a special ability called For the Bit, which means the funniest thing that can happen will happen. And whatever is funniest will cancel out anything that moves forward, which... And now we have all of Hollow Stars together, so we can put all of Hollow Stars, we can put them over here, and now they have their own little group. We have Guild Tempest and we have JP, and so they're all get like an extra buff. They get an extra buff of their attack. They get something like that, and then we could also put together Mint, and I dropped her. Phoebe, we can put together Phoebe, and you know what? Narissa's on here too. We'll put Narissa together, and their team, the Densetsu. They get like a buff when they sing, so then when the Applebees closes, it's fine. And then we have the bartenders here already. We have the bartenders. We have the food. Team Applebees is good. We're fine, and. We can even make it better. We can put Jaws, and we can put Envy, and fuck, I missed Octavio. Shit. We can put Jaws and Envy. We can put them up here as well, and then we can also put Lambriel. We put Lambriel up there, and where is he? Ueno up there too. And then up here we get Team Indie Gay Sex. This is the homosexuality corner where I think William goes up there too. And then we still have Woodstock. Woodstock is still going strong. Buckman's gotta be up there too. And then we can have Team FSP, but they go in gay sex too. So they're corpo gay sex. And then Sayu and Amelie, that's team voice actor. And then you can cross over and put them with Flayon too. So then everyone's sort of in there. And Crony's not in here. you could put the hollow girls together. We could put the hollow girls together, and it would go just as well. And they would start being put in the what the fuck category. And eventually, we have something like this. They're all in gay sex. They're all in gay sex, and the only one I haven't been able to put is Key. Who's reading the Ato Dojin? Who's reading the Ato Yaoi? Oh,